Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namah. Greetings to everyone, world over, all our brothers and sisters across the globe. Today is 22nd of June 2023, and in India, today is the fourth meeting of Education Working Group getting concluded at Pune, where the education ministers of different countries of G20, along with other stakeholders, wonderful deliberations, celebrations, jubilations, congratulations, reports, compendiums, everything getting prepared over there. So when we talk about education, skills, and technology, today let's dedicate the evening. Uh, Before I go into the topic and subject, I wish to share with all of you that ICSI brings every evening a special program for all of you on different topics, on different areas, which we take into consideration. And we extend a hearty welcome to all our dignitaries, those join us on YouTube channel. We have got very special regards for them, and we have got very special respect for them because their views, their ideas, their stories, and whatever they share on the YouTube channel with us, that is something very, very important and scintillating for all of us to draw the roadmap and to see in future. ICSI, which is a link between India and our brothers and sisters across the globe, almost 32 million. So when we take that into consideration, we are focusing on education, skills, competencies, and capabilities. Today, on the concluding day, when the Honorable Prime Minister of India is away, he's traveling, he left his message. And that message was also shown to the August gathering world over. And here, let's have the views initially of the Secretary, Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Government of India, along with the delegates, and thereafter Prime Minister's address. That's right from Pune.
Ministers Meeting 2023. The G20 Education Working Group has had 4 meetings at Chennai, Amritsar, Bhubaneswar and Pune, during which we have deliberated upon 4 selected priority areas. These include ensuring foundational literacy and numeracy, especially in the context of blended learning, making tech-enabled learning more inclusive, qualitative and collaborative, building capacities and promoting lifelong learning in the context of future of work, and lastly, strengthening research and promoting innovation through richer collaboration and partnership.
So, ladies and gentlemen, G20 summit taking place in India and the deliberations which are going on. There was a first working group committees meeting in Chennai. We will talk about that. Second was held in Amritsar in Punjab. Third was held in Bhubaneswar in Odisha. And this is the fourth summit and the final summit before we go for the final finale of the G20 in month of September.
We have also organized seminars and exhibition on the above 4 priority areas as side events to the working group. Through these side events, we have involved students, faculty members, academicians, industry experts, and various other stakeholders in discussions and deliberations on the priority areas. In today's session, we will listen to the views of the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi. May I request the video message to be kindly played? Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar. I welcome you to India for the G20 Education Ministers meeting. Education is not only the foundation upon which our civilization has been built, it is also the architect
So,
future. As education ministers, us leading mankind in our efforts for development, peace, and prosperity for all. In Indian scriptures, the role of education has been described as being key to bring joy. Vidya dadati vinayam. Vinayat yati patratam. Patratvat dhanma propti. Dhanardham tatah sukham. It means true knowledge gives humility. From humility comes worthiness. From worthiness, one gets wealth. Wealth enables a person to do good deeds. And this is what brings joy. This is why in India we have embarked on a holistic and comprehensive journey. We believe that foundational literacy forms a strong base for our youth. And we are also combining it with technology. For this, we have started the National Initiative for Proficiency in Reading with Understanding and Numeracy, or Nipun Bharat Initiative. I am glad that foundational literacy and numeracy has been identified as a priority by your group as well. We must resolve to work on it in a time-bound manner by 2030. Excellencies, our objective has to be to provide quality education with better governance. In this, we have to adapt and use new e-learning innovatively. In India, we have taken several initiatives of our own. One such program is the Study Webs of Active Learning for Young Aspiring Minds, or SWAYAM. This online platform hosts all courses from class 9 to the postgraduate level. It enables students to learn remotely and focuses on access, equity, and quality. With over 34 million enrollments and more than 9,000 courses, it has become We also have the digital infrastructure for knowledge sharing, or Diksha portal. This is aimed at students in remote areas and those unable to attend regular classes. Teachers utilize it to deliver school education through distance learning. It supports learning in 29 Indian languages and 7 foreign languages. It has witnessed over 137 million course completions. India would be happy to share this experience and resources, particularly with those in the global south. Excellencies, to make our youth future ready, we need to continuously skill, reskill, and upskill them. We need to align their competencies with evolving work profiles and practices. In India, we are undertaking skill mapping. Our education skill, and labor ministries are working in tandem on this initiative. G20 countries can undertake skill mapping at the global level and find gaps that need to be plugged. Excellencies, digital technology serves as an equalizer and promotes inclusivity. It is a force multiplier in increasing access to education and adapting to future needs. Today, artificial intelligence offers great potential in the field of learning, skilling, and education. With opportunities, technology also poses challenges. We have to strike the right balance. The G20 can play an important role in this. Excellency, in India, we have laid emphasis on research and innovation as well. We have set up 10,000 Atal Tinkering Labs across the country. These are acting as research and innovation nurseries for our school children. More than 7.5 million students are working on more than 1.2 million innovative projects in these labs. G20 countries with their respective strengths can play a key role in promoting research and innovation, especially among the global south. I urge you all to create a path for increased research collaborations. Excellency, your meeting holds immense significance for the future of our children and youth. I am glad that your group has identified green transition, digital transformation, and women's empowerment as accelerator for achieving sustainable development goals.
So this is something very, very, very meaningful, which Honorable Prime Minister today shared the vision with everybody, and he addressed the education ministers of all G20 countries. That is something really, really very meaningful. Let's move ahead, and if we go on to our this particular program further, you will be able to see, and I would like to share with all of you just the brief what Honorable Prime Minister made a mention over here, something very meaningful. And imagine he's traveling extensively busy and a lot of engagements. In spite of that, before leaving, this message was recorded and it has been played today. He emphasized on quality education, new e-learning innovatively, and active learning, Swayam platform, and ninth onwards, how right graduation, post-graduation, and further the courses being available, and access equity and quality, that he emphasized. Then he talked about Diksha portal also, 29 Indian languages and 7 foreign languages. And, it is basically to help the people, those are in remote areas. And something very powerful, he made a mention that India would be happy to share the resources which are available with Bharat, skilling, upskilling, reskilling our youth. That also he made a mention. And skill mapping and gaps at the global level. That also is something very essential so that anybody traveling from country A to country B, so that is the time when basically whatever skills you have acquired and certifications you have got, they should be acceptable in other countries as well. Research and innovation also, he emphasized very deeply. So that is the address of the Honorable Prime Minister. So this is the 4th summit, which is taking place for the education vertical right in Pune. And today is 22nd, it gets concluded. A lot of deliberations and education ministers, those are there at present in Pune. Artificial intelligence also has been addressed by the Honorable Prime Minister of India very specially, and he told it gives a great potential in the field of learning, skilling, and education. He also stressed on the role of the G20 countries in striking the right balance between the opportunities and challenges which are posed by digital technology, and which he termed as a force multiplier in increasing access to education and adapting to future needs. Uh, Sanjay Murthy ji, K. Sanjay Murthy, the Secretary Higher Education, with him, Secretary School Education, and Secretary Skills Development, Government of India, Mr. Tiwari, all of them together on a common platform. Something very meaningful what they discussed. And K. Sanjay Murthy ji, the Secretary Higher Education, Government of India, Ministry of Education, he expressed his appreciation to the G20 delegates for their valuable contribution to all the outcome, particularly the documents and their active engagement throughout the process. And he emphasized the significance of their efforts and highlighted upcoming ministerial meeting, which is taking place today. And he also made a mention that the documents which are going to be produced over here, they'll be of immense help, and that is the report and compendium, both coming out from these 4 meetings which had taken place. Now, the 2 days meeting, which was chaired by Sanjay Murthy ji, by Secretary Higher Education as well as Secretary School Education, and of course, Secretary Skill Development, I made a mention of that as well, if you recall. The meeting was also attended by Harshvardhan Shringla, that is the Chief Coordinator, G20 Presidency, Government of India on day 1. Here he is, you can see him right at the center, is sitting over there, and he's talking about, and this is the G20 meeting which gets concluded today in Pune. So, Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, one earth, one family, one future. That's the agenda of the G20. And it emphasized on 4 priority areas. If you take the total sum up of the entire deliberations which have taken place in the 4 meetings, ensuring that the foundational literacy and numeracy, especially in the context of the blended learning, making technology-enabled learning more inclusive, qualitative, collaborative, building capacities. That's why our subject today also is the capacity building. So building capacities and promoting lifelong learning in the context of the future of the work, and strengthening research and fostering innovation through enhanced collaboration and partnership among the G20 countries. Now, over here, when we talk about capacity building and training of teachers, that also got a lot of emphasis, and which everybody, participated very actively. Over here, you can see the delegates, they're going around because at Savitribai Phule Pune University, right from 2nd to 22nd, that means on 17th of June to 22nd of June, you can imagine the exhibition, the stalls, and a kind of a scenario which they created over there, that is 28 states, union territories, and exhibition included NCERT, IKS, that is Indian Knowledge System, Microsoft, Nipun Bharat Initiative, Indonesia, UNICEF, UNESCO, and many others. They participated over there, and today was the concluding. Here is the Dharmendra Pradhanji, the Honorable Union Education Minister of India, and today successfully with about 80 delegates from G20 countries, those were invited, international organizations, they all attended this particular meeting. Here you can see one of the, the complete closing part of deliberations and celebrations where they all were together. Now, let me just go back. Today was the 4th meeting at Pune. Let me go back to 3rd meeting, which was in Bhubaneswar. That was in the month of April. There also they deliberated, and they took the agenda. You can see the foreign delegates over here. And this is, once again, you can see the delegates going around, deliberating, discussing. Over here also NCERT, MAITE, Indian Knowledge System, TriFed, Singapore, UNICEF, Meta, IIT Bhubaneswar, IIM Sambalpur, NIT Rourkela, CSIR, IMMT, and many other academias. They participated, in this particular program, 23rd to 25th of April this year. That was the 3rd summit, what we are talking about. Then let's go back a little bit more in the month of March 15th to 17th in Amritsar. It was, hosted over here in the state of Punjab. The Ministry of Education took the entire agenda, and this was together by OECD and UNESCO and the UNICEF, along with all the member countries from, world over G20. They all participated, and it was something fantastic, the deliberations which they have taken. It was once again in detail. If you talk about 16th and 17th were the main two areas, that is in the month of March, when they deliberated on the four pillars which we talk about priority. Before that, it was initiated, that is the first working group meeting was in Chennai. That was on 1st and 2nd of February. IT played very important role over there. You can see it right over there, how they have gone into details and they have deliberated and they discussed everything in detail. Now, this is the first G20 Education Working Group meeting 2023, and that is in Chennai. And you can see all the delegates. Here are the foreign delegates in the first education meet. This is the second education meet, that is Amritsar. This is the third education meet, that is in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Then you have got the fourth one, where today they concluded, that is on 22nd of June, the fourth summit, which has got concluded now in Pune. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is something very important because education plays very important role for all of us. And if we give right education, if we give right skills, right competencies, and right mixture of where the children talent and children curiosity and their creativity and their collaboration and their critical thinking, all that can be combined in a beautiful way with the artificial intelligence as well as the digital tools which are available. Because the future, I always believe very strongly, there is only one tool with which we can bring equality in the entire world. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, education, education, and education. And over here, you got to remain positive. You've got to share your resources with each other. You've got to cooperate with each other. And now post-pandemic, particularly after this corona, you should realize there is no competition. It's a collaboration. All of us, we have to make the world happy place to live for everybody. And whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. That's what we always say. And with this, the program which is going live on the YouTube at the rate ICSI India Live, over here you can see, you can feel, and everything which is taking place over here is something fantastic, which we started on 25th of March on the YouTube channel. We have come a long way, and this was 2003, our Zoom webinar, which has gone into, and that's related to education, teachers, trainers, coach, mentors, capacity building, inspiration, motivation, whatsoever we can talk about. Now, before pandemic, Chamber was having finishing school, and that was totally dedicated with the personality enhancement, communication to connectivity, and of course, the other skills, as I made a mention, curiosity, your creativity, your critical thinking, your analytical thinking, storytelling, graphic novels, music, dance, fun, humor, all that, including the passion, empathy, the soft skills, the life skills, the technical skills, the digital skills, everything we brought with the help of love for the nature and happiness among human beings world over. No wastage, waste to resource management, and of course, yoga, health, mental wellness. Yesterday, we had International Yoga Day. So we all should see that how waste to resource management, there is no wastage. So post-pandemic, we have gone totally digital now, and everything is going in a digital form. This is our digital inspirational lab. It is all digital, digital, and digital, making education and skill relevant. And over here, we are trying to inspire the youth and the teachers the best possible way, where the entire development process, as far as teachers are concerned, is personal and professional growth. As far as youth are concerned, their soft skill, their trade skill, their life skill, their global skills, all that is the part. Now, Chamber is going to bring a feast convention. There's a forum of educators and skill providers for tourism. Those of us, those are interested, and those are from tourism, hospitality, or aviation industry, or related fields, you're more than welcome to participate in this convention. It will take place in, Bhubaneswar, and we are going to have it at Sandy's Tower, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. You're more than welcome to be part of this particular celebrations and deliberations. Now, if you go on to the ICSIindia.in web portal, is right over here by the click of the button. Invitation is there. You can register yourself so that the invite goes to you, because we got to see how many people can we accommodate really in this particular convention. Tomorrow, we would be discussing something very interesting with all of you, that is tourism and hospitality interdependence. That means how tourism and hospitality, they are inseparable, they are together, they are interdependent, and they work like hand and glove. The tourism activity and the hospitality. And before tourism, we have got travel. So travel, tourism, and hospitality interdependence, we will talk tomorrow with all of you. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us today. Look forward meeting you tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. for yet another powerful program where we all can learn, relearn, uplearn, upskill, reskill, whatsoever term you want to use. It is partnership, because we all are co-learners in this universe.